Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today's Friday, August 27th, 2021. Big show today like we do every Friday. Major League Baseball, WNBA, Little League World Series, Major League Soccer, looking ahead to the weekend. College Football Week 0, I'll do my picks. And oh, by the way, the predictions podcast will drop at some point tonight or very early tomorrow morning. Golf, NASCAR, NFL defensive end rankings, the latest news and notes, and my best bet of the day. We'll start in baseball like we've done every day this summer. We will go over the results and then look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Orioles over the Angels 13-1. Reds over the Brewers 5-1. White Sox over the Blue Jays 10-7. D-backs over the Phillies 8-7. Pirates over the Cardinals 11-7. Red Sox over the Twins 12-2. Giants over the Mets 3-2. Indians over the Rangers 10-6. Marlins over the Nationals 7-5. Dodgers over the Padres 4-0. Yankees over the A's 7-6 for their 12th win in a row, and the Royals over the Mariners 6-4. All right, tonight's games 7:00. D-backs Phillies. Taylor Widener, Aaron Nola. You would think the Phillies are big favorites in this game, and they're minus 250. The D-backs are plus 205. Over-unders 8.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Phillies minus 1.5 is minus 126. D-backs plus 1.5 is plus 105. Taylor Widener hasn't been bad this season. I'm doing a play that I haven't done in a while. First half, D-backs, first half, plus 184 is the pick. Cards, Pirates, Jay Happ and Dylan Peters. The Cardinals are minus 154. The Pirates are plus 130. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Cardinals minus 1.5 is minus 105. Pirates plus 1.5 is minus 114. I'm going to go Cardinals run line minus 1.5 minus 105. Rays, Orioles, Shane McClanahan and Matt Harvey. Rays minus 235. Orioles plus 194. Over under 10. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Rays minus 1.5 is minus 144. Orioles plus 1.5 is plus 120. I'm going to say that over 118, the Orioles have put up some runs lately, and the Rays will obviously put up runs against the Orioles. Red Sox, Indians, Eduardo Rodriguez and Logan Allen. Red Sox minus 188. Indians plus 158. Over under 9.5. Overs minus 106. Unders minus 114. Red Sox minus 1.5 is minus 115. Indians plus 1.5 is minus 104. I'm going over 9.5 minus 106. Reds, Marlins, Wade Miley and Zach Thompson. Reds minus 146. Marlins plus 124. Over under 8. Overs minus 108. Unders minus 112. Reds minus 1.5 is plus 115. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 138. I'm going to go over 8 minus 108. Blue Jays, Tigers. Steven Matz and Matt Manning. Blue Jays minus 174. Tigers plus 146. Over under 9.5. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. Blue Jays minus 1.5 is minus 106. Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 113. I'm going over 9.5 minus 112. Nats, Mets from Citi Field. Paolo Espino and Rich Hill. Mets minus 210. Nats plus 176. Over under 9 minus 110 each way. Nats plus 1.5 is minus 111. Mets minus 1.5 is minus 108. Over 9 minus 110 is the pick. 8:00. Astros, Rangers. Jake Odorizzian and Glenn Otto making his Rangers debut. Houston minus 220. Rangers plus 184. Over under 9.5. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. Houston minus 1.5 is minus 126. Rangers plus 1.5 is plus 105. I'm going over 9.5 minus 104. Cubs, White Sox from not Wrigley, White Sox Stadium. Keegan Thompson and Dallas Keuchel. White Sox minus 225. Cubs plus 188. Over under 9.5. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. And the run line's minus 110 each way. I'm going to go under 9.5 minus 118. Brewers Twins. Eric Lauer and Andrew Albers. Brewers minus 134. Twins plus 114. Over under 9.5. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. Brewers minus 1.5 is plus 114. Twins plus 1.5 is minus 137. I'm going to go with the Brewers minus 1.5 plus 114. 9:30 Padres Angels. Joe Musgrove and we don't know who's going for LA. Line isn't up yet, but if the total is anything less than 9.5, I'm jumping on the over. Yankees A's. Garrett Cole, Sean Manaea, and the Yankees are favored to win their 13th games in a row at minus 154. Oakland's plus 130. Over under 7.5, minus 110 each way. Yanks minus 1.5 is plus 114. A's plus 1.5 is minus 137. I'm taking the ballsy play in the under 7.5 minus 110 with this one. And then 10 o'clock, you have the Rockies and the Dodgers. Kyle Freeland, we know is going for LA. But if the total is anything less than 9.5 over, and then KC, Seattle, Chris Bubick, and Logan Gilbert. Mariners minus 172. Royals plus 144 over under 8, minus 110 each way. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 140. Seattle minus 1.5 is plus 116. I'm going over 8, minus 110. All right, Saturday, 4 o'clock, Fox Sports 1, Red Sox Indians. Nady Eovaldi, Cal Quantrill. Yankees A's, Nestor Cortez, Frankie Montas. Royals Mariners, Carlos Hernandez, Tyler Anderson. 6 o'clock, D-backs Phils. Humberto Mejia, Kyle Gibson. Reds Marlins, Vladimir Gutierrez, Sandy Alcantara. Blue Jays Tigers, Alek Manoah, Tyler Alexander. 7 o'clock, Astros Rangers. Framber Valdez, Colby Allard. Cards Pirates, Adam Wainwright, Stephen Brault. Rays Orioles, Luis Patino, John Means. Cubs White Sox, Alec Mills, Lance Lynn. Brewers Twins, Adrian Hauser, Charlie Barnes. Nats Mets, Sean Nolan, Marcus Stroman. 7:20 Giants Braves, Logan Webb, Drew Smiley. 9 o'clock Fox Sports 1 Padres Angels. Uno is going for San Diego, and then Jose Suarez is going for LA. And then Rockies Dodgers, John Gray and David Price. Sunday, 1 o'clock D-backs Phils, Madison Bumgarner, Rangers Suarez. Cards Pirates, Uno is going for St. Louis, and then Will Crow is going for Pittsburgh. Rays Orioles, Chris Archer, Spencer Watkins. Red Sox Indians, Tanner Houck, Eli Mournin. Reds Marlins, Tyler Mahle, Jesus Luzardo. Blue Jays Tigers, Jose Barrios, Matt Boyd. Nats Mets, Eric Feed and Tyler McGill. 1:20 TBS Giants Braves. Leno's going for San Fran and Anderson's going for Atlanta. 2 o'clock Cubs White Sox, Kyle Hendricks, Dylan Cease. Brewers Twins, Leno's going for Milwaukee, Griffin Jackson's going for Minnie. 2:30 Astros Rangers, Zach Greinke, Taylor Hearn. Rockies Dodgers at 4, Antonio Sensatella and Julio Urias. Royals Mariners, Daniel Lynch and Marco Gonzalez. And Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN, Yankees Athletics. Good for the A's getting a home game on Sunday Night Baseball. Jordan Montgomery and Paul Blackburn. Alrighty, now we'll do the WNBA. We look back on yesterday's result, and we will look ahead to the weekend. I should say results. There's 3 games yesterday. Aces over to Dream 78-71. Sun over to Sparks 76-72. And the Wings over to Mystics 82-77. All right, today, 8 o'clock, CBS Sports Network, the Mercury and the Liberty. Huge game from Barclays Center. Mercury should be able to win that game. 10 o'clock NBA TV, the Sky and the Storm. It's another big game. The Sky are playing a little better, but Seattle's just way better. Saturday, 1 o'clock NBA TV, Aces Fever. Saturday, 7 o'clock NBA TV, and the Sun hosting the Sparks. And then on Facebook, the Wings and the Mystics. And then Sunday, 6 o'clock on Facebook, you have the Sky and the Storm again. Alrighty, now we'll do Little League World Series. We will recap the games, and we will look ahead to the weekend. Taylor, Michigan over Abilene, Texas, 15-6. And Hamilton, Ohio over Torrance, California, 4-2. So Taylor moves on. Hamilton moves on. We have 2 games on Saturday on ABC. You have Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Hamilton, Ohio, 12:30 on ABC. It should be a fun game for sure. I think that both teams are very talented. And it's a tough call to pick who is going to win this game. And this is the Tom Seaver Championship, so they have it obviously in brackets. So, of these 2 teams, I feel that Sioux Falls is better. They have literally the star of the show of this series. So, give me Sioux Falls to advance to the championship on Sunday. And then Taylor, Michigan, and Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm going to go with Honolulu in the rematch. So then you have Honolulu and South Dakota in the championship, and then Taylor, Michigan, Hamilton, Ohio in the runner in the consolation game. I'm going to say Taylor comes in third. Taylor, Michigan comes in third, and then Hamilton, Ohio comes in fourth. And then your winner of the Little League World Series, I'm going to say, will be Sioux Falls. I think that they're the team of this Little League World Series. And I think that Gavin Weir is just really special. And he's going to carry them to the championship. So I'm going to go with Sioux Falls to win the 2021 Little League World Series. All right, now we'll do Major League Soccer as we will look ahead to the weekend. All right, so tonight, 6:30 on ESPN, you have Columbus and Cincinnati. Columbus is minus 135. Cincinnati is plus 370. Draws plus 230. Going to Cincinnati. 7:30. Club Football Montreal, Toronto. Montreal plus 115. Toronto 2-1. Draw plus 240. I'm going Montreal. And 8:30 on ESPN tonight. The nightcap of the doubleheader. The first game's Columbus, Cincinnati. You have Orlando, Miami. So it's all rivalries. Orlando's minus 105. Miami's plus 260. Draws plus 240. I'm going with Orlando. Big slate Saturday. We're not going to do the gambling picks because of time. 3:30 Atlanta, Nashville. 6 o'clock Red Bulls, Chicago. 7 o'clock LAFC, LA Galaxy. 7:30 NYCFC, New England. 8 o'clock DC United, Philadelphia. 8:30 Houston, Minnesota. And 9 o'clock Kansas City, Colorado. And on Sunday at 8 o'clock you have Austin and Dallas. 10 o'clock you have Vancouver and Salt Lake. And then 10:30 on ESPN you have a good game between Seattle and Portland. All right, college football is back, and it's going to be resemblance of a normal year, unlike last year, because we have a lot of non-con games and games that I feel will be awesome. So I'm going to do my picks, and I'm not going to count this week towards Fab 5, because normally Fab 5 I would do as a September thing, not necessarily week 0. So it should be fun, and it's going to be fun to have college football back in our lives. So Saturday. And by the way, no ranked teams are playing this week. 1 o'clock on Fox, you have Nebraska and Illinois. I did not project totals for week 0, so I apologize for that. Maybe I'll do week 1, but not week 0. I project Nebraska as a 6-point favorite, and they are favored by 7.5. Total's 54.5. For this game, I'm going to go with the under 54.5 for my podcast play here. I just don't trust Illinois' offense. So give me under 54.5 minus 110. 2 o'clock on CBS Sports Network, give UConn and Fresno State. I project Fresno as a 12-point favorite. They're favored by 27.5, which is ridiculous. Total 62.5. I think this is a UConn thing. I've taken UConn in the points. UConn won't win, but I think this will be a little closer than they say. 3:30 ESPN, you have Hawaii and UCLA. I project UCLA by 3. It's 17.5. I think UCLA is one of the more overrated teams. I'm taking Hawaii plus the 17.5 minus 108. Hawaii won't win. I just think they'll cover. 9:30 UTEP, New Mexico State. I project UTEP as a 3-point favorite. And they're favored by 9.5. I'm taking New Mexico State plus 9.5 at plus 102. And then last but not least, 10 o'clock on CBS Sports Network, give Southern Utah and San Jose State. I project San Jose State by a whopping 35 points, and they're favored by 24.5. I'm laying it with San Jose State. San Jose State, I think, is one of the more improved teams in college basketball. They're improved, or college football, rather. They improved last year. I think they'll be better again this year. So I'm laying the 24.5 with San Jose State against Southern Utah. So I'm looking forward to college football for sure. All right, now we'll do golf. We will go over the current leaderboard at the BMW Championship. And at the top of the mountain, right now as we speak, is a 3-way tie with a score of 8 under. Rory McIlroy, Sam Burns, and Jon Rahm. 4th place with 7 under is Sergio Garcia. 5th place tie with 6 under, Patrick Cantlay and Abraham Ancer. A big tie for 7th with 5 under. Harold Varner III, Webb Simpson, Dustin Johnson, Xander Schauffele, Tony Finau, Keegan Bradley, Sebastian Munoz, Emiliano Grillo, Hideki Matsuyama, Hudson Swafford, Sanjay Im, Evan Van Rooyen. Tied for 19th with 4 under, Daniel Berger, Joaquin Niemann, Cam Smith, Phil Mickelson, Ryan Palmer, Paul Casey, Lucas Glover, Bryson DeChambeau, Justin Thomas, and Carlos Ortiz. Tied for 29th with 3 under. It's a big tie. Aaron Weiss, Taylor Hogue, Stuart Sink, Jonathan Vegas, Maverick McNeely, Charlie Hoffman, Mark Leishman, Matt Jones, Brian Harmon, Kang-Hoo Lee, Harry English, Patton Kazir, Taylor Gooch, Mackenzie Hughes. Tied for 43rd with 2 under. Cam Champ, Corey Connors, Victor Hovland, Brooks Koepka. Tied for 47th with 1 under. Kevin Streelman, Charles Schwartzel, Louis Olson, Shane Lowry, Christian Kirk, Jordan Spieth, Lee Westwood, Alex Thoren, and Brett Horschel. Tied for 56th at even, Keith Mitchell, Ryan Henley, Max Homa, Kevin Kisner, Henry Higgs, Kevin Na, Colin Morikwa. Tied for 63rd with 1 over, Scotty Scheffler, Cam Triangle, Cam Davis, Jason Kokrak among notables. Saibu Kim is 68th with 2 over. So there you have it for BMW leaderboard. Okay, NASCAR this weekend. Should be a lot of fun as they will be racing from Daytona International Speedway, late for Daytona, No trucks. It's just Xfinity tonight and Cup tomorrow, both in prime time. So the starting grid for tonight for Xfinity: AJ Allmendinger, Noah Gragson, Brandon Jones, Justin Allgaier, Harrison Burley, Riley Herbst, Brett Moffitt, Jeremy Clements, Justin Haley, Jade Buford, Ryan Sieg, Tommy Joe Martins, Jeb Burton, Austin Cindric, Chris Bell, Matt Mills, Josh Williams, Jordan Anderson, Michael Annett, Colin Garrett, Daniel Hemrick, Sam Meyer, Matt Snyder, Ryan Vargas. Where did I leave off? Alex Ladd, Landon Castle, Jeremy Earnhardt, Kyle Weatherman, or I should say Jeffrey Earnhardt, Blaine Perkins, Mason Massey, Brandon Brown, and then David Starr, Colby Howard, J.J. Yealy, Jason White, Cesar Barcarella, Chase Briscoe, Spencer Boyd, Joe Graff Jr., and Tim Vaines. I go to DraftKings when I pick NASCAR normally. And the pick to win the Wawa 250 is going to be, let's go with Harrison Burton 12-1. Starting in 5th, I like his chances. So I'm going to go Harrison Burton 12-1 to win the Wawa 250. And then Cup tomorrow night in primetime on the big NBC. The Coke Zero 400. Starting grid: Kyle Larson, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., Kurt Busch, Matt DiMatteo, Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chris Buescher, Chris Bell, Alec Bowman, Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, Michael McDowell, Eric Almirola, Darrell Wallace Jr., Eric Jones, Joey Logano, Ryan Newman, Ryan Preece, Cole Custer, Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, Justin Haley, Ross Chasen, BJ McLeod, Cody Ware, Anthony Alfredo, Corey LaJoie, Garrett Smithley, Quinn Houff, Josh Bilicki, Joey Gase, Kaz Gralla, Landon Castle, and David Starr. So now the pick to win the Coke Zero Sugar 400 will be I think that Kevin Harvick is bound to break through. So I'm going to go with a nice 20-1, a lot of value on Kevin Harvick. He's had a lot of success at Daytona in his past. So I'm going to go Kevin Harvick 20-1 to win the Coke Zero Sugar 400. All right, now I'm going to do defensive end rankings. So this is going to be an interesting list. I have 59 players on this list because some teams do 3-4 defenses rather than 4-3s. So that's why the number is not 64. All right, so without further ado, here we go. 59, Jonathan Bullard, Falcons. 58, Kerry Hyder, Seahawks. 57, Kyle Phillips, Jets. 56, Nick Williams, Lions. 55, Tyquan Lewis, Colts. 54, Darrell Taylor, Seahawks. 53, Justin Hollins, Rams. 52, Ronald Blair III, Jets. 51, Emmanuel Ogba, Dolphins. 50, Max Crosby, Raiders. 49, Stephen Weatherly, Vikings. 48, Kingsley Keke, Packers. 47, Bradley Anae, Cowboys. 46, Denico Autry, Titans. 45, Dietrich Weiss Jr., Patriots. 44, Trey Hendrickson, Bengals. 43, Kwity Paye, Colts. 42, Roy Robertson Harris, Jaguars. 41, Christian Wilkins, Dolphins. 40, Randy Gregory, Cowboys. 39, Ashawn Robinson, Rams. 38, Morgan Fox, Panthers. 37, Derek Barnett, Eagles. 36, Sam Hubbard, Bengals. 35, Uchenna Nwosu, Chargers. 34, Draymond Jones, Broncos. 33, Jordan Jenkins, Texans. 32, Dean Lowry, Packers. 31, Pernell McPhee, Ravens. 30, Mario Addison, Bills. 29, William Golston, Buccaneers. 28, Bilal Nichols, Bears. 27, Whitney Merciless, Texans. 26, Michael Brockers, Lions. 25, Josh Allen, Jaguars. 24, Derek Wolfe, Ravens. 23, Henry Anderson, Patriots. 22, Brian Burns, Panthers. 21, Dexter Lawrence, Giants. 20, Ndamukong Suh, Buccaneers. 19, Jerry Hughes, Bills. 18, Yannick Ngakoue, Raiders. 17, Jadeveon Clowney, Browns. 16, Montez Sweat, football team. 15, Marcus Davenport, Saints. 14, Frank Clark, Chiefs. 13, Grady Jarrett, Falcons. 12, Stephon Truitt, Steelers. 11, Eric Armstead, 49ers. 10, J.J. Watt, Cardinals. 9, Shelby Harris, Broncos. 8, Brandon Graham, Eagles. 7, Cam Jordan, Saints. 6, Danielle Hunter, Vikings. 5, Chris Jones, Chiefs. 4, Chase Young, football team. 3, Nick Bosa, 49ers. 2, Myles Garrett, Cleveland Browns. And number 1, Joey Bosa, Los Angeles Chargers. So, from numbers 1 to 5, you can't tell me that is not the top 5, because it is. And you can argue that the top 4 should be the top 4. I think Chase Young's in for a special season. He's going to be probably in the top 3 when I do next year's list, if not number 1. But the Bosa brothers, you could argue for number 1. Same with Myles Garrett. They're all special. Chase Young's on the brinch. Chris Jones is awesome too. Danielle Hunter for the Vikings coming back this year will give them a boost. Cam Jordan's always super underrated. Brandon Graham's underrated. So is Shelby Harris. J.J. Watt's a player in decline, or else if this was 5 years ago, it'd be much higher. And Eric Armstead's really good. Honorable mention to him and Stephon Truitt and Grady Jarrett, who are all really good pass rushers in their own right. All right, now I'm going to do the news and notes for today. So the big story coming out this morning is that the Saints have named Jameis Winston their starter and will start week 1 against the Packers. Right call. I think that Jameis has more upside than Taysom Hill. I think that the league has figured out Taysom Hill from a quarterback standpoint. Taysom Hill should just be a tight end. Seriously. But Jameis deserves a second chance. The Buccaneers didn't have as loaded as a roster than they do now. So, it's going to be a lot of fun watching the Saints and the Packers go at it on opening day. I think that offense has more upside and more potential with Jameis as much as he turns the ball over. The other big story coming out this morning is that Man City withdrew from negotiations for Cristiano Ronaldo, and now Man United is the front runner to sign him. So that's big soccer news coming down. The New England Patriots acquire Shaun Wade from the Ravens for a 2022 7th and a 2023 5th. So the Patriots acquiring some defensive back depth there. The New York Yankees activate Corey Kluber as he will be set to make his return to the Yankees on Monday. So that is really awesome. So the Yankees starting pitching staff gets better, and one of their good starters, maybe Luis Gil, goes to the bullpen, or they take Andrew Heaney out of the rotation. So we'll see what happens there. Mookie Betts came back for the Dodgers last night after missing time with the hip injury, so the Dodgers offense got a lot better. Bad news for the Philadelphia Phillies. Reese Hoskins out for the season with an abdominal injury and he will have surgery next week on the abdominal. And it's just unfortunate for the Phils. They were in first place for a little bit, and now Hoskins gets hurt, and the Braves really have widened the gap in the National League East. Like, they're a bigger lock to win the NL East right now than the Tampa Bay Rays are to win the AL East. Well, that's because the Yankees have won 12 straight, so that's probably why. Two big hockey contract extensions. Pretty much the same contract going to two different players. Sean Couturier of the Philadelphia Flyers and Andrei Svechnikov of the Carolina Hurricanes. 8 years, $62 million extensions. Good for them. Those players deserve it. Making $7.75 million a year. Obviously, Couturier's produced the last couple years for the Flyers, and Svechnikov's an up-and-coming star. That's only going to get better as he grows and matures into a fine hockey player. All right, best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Yesterday's best bet, I had the over in the Nats-Marlins game, and it indeed came through. It was a 5-7 ball game. So, for tonight, going back to baseball, I'm going over 8 in Royals-Mariners. How is that not hitting? That's a guarantee. I'm going to lay a half unit on over 8 between the Royals and the Mariners for my best bet of the day. All right, so there you have it for the show. I apologize. It was a faster Friday show than normal because I just have a lot of college football stuff to do to prep for the predictions show. That's going to drop either later tonight or very early tomorrow morning. And then on Monday, I'll be back recapping everything from the weekend and looking ahead to everything going on Monday. And I'll be doing defensive tackle rankings on Monday's show as well. Hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, everyone.